Hey everybody, my name's Ryan Catherwood, and I was going to tell a story about when I was about 25 years old. I moved to Athens, Georgia. I didn't get into graduate school at the University of Georgia, and I thought, hey, it would be great to move to Athens anyway because it's a cool place to live. And when I got to Athens, Georgia, I moved there without a job. And I actually wrote another Wahoo Perspective about why you should never move to a place without a job first, and thought I would sort of film a follow-up to that. So shortly after I moved to Athens, Georgia, I actually applied for a job and was offered one through a company called George S. May. If you actually Google George S. May real quick, you're going to find sort of a string of complaints / upset clients. They are a company out of Chicago, or were, I should say. I don't really think that they're in business anymore. At least I didn't find their website. And what they do is they send people like myself at age 24 out going business to business trying to get business owners to buy a consulting diagnostic. And so we would go in, try to convince the business owner that they needed consulting work and that they should hire George S. May to do this $350 diagnostic. And then, of course, the racket was that they would convince the business owner that they needed tens of thousands of dollars worth of consulting work to overhaul their business. So I didn't have a job. This was the first company to offer me one, and so they actually flew me to Chicago for a week's worth of training about how to convince people to buy this consulting work. And the training, until you actually get out into an outside sales job, I don't think you really understand what it's like to, it's not cold calling, there's no hiding. You actually use a script and show up in a business and try and get an owner to talk to you. That in and of itself is difficult. I think I walked through about 100 businesses in a week's time, and of course no one bought the service, and of course I quit after a week. But my advice from my Wahoo perspective here is to be careful what sort of sales job that you get, particularly if you're really hungry for work. But be careful when it comes to outside sales. Know the product, know what you're going to be selling, and think to yourself whether or not this is something that you believe in that you could sell yourself because you're knowledgeable about the product, or you could be taught. I didn't know anything about managing or running a business or owning a business, so it was really tough for me to sell anything, as you can imagine. Another thing that I would recommend is when you're looking for, if you're looking for a sales job, go through the training process with eyes wide open and be willing to turn down the job itself, even if you really need it, particularly if it's 100% commission. But those are just a couple of things based on my sort of funny experience when I moved to Georgia without a job. Putting together here on a webcam would be a Wahoo perspective. Everybody's got a great story to tell. Everyone's had wild experiences, made mistakes where you've learned something. And this is another way that you can provide one for our website. Now, I have to say, I started having this conversation or filming. This is probably the 5th time I hit delete. I deleted multiple clips. You could delete every single one of them. Just hit record and start talking, and don't worry about it. That's my advice. Thanks. I hope everyone. My name is Ryan Catherwood. Again, follow me on Twitter at Ryan Catherwood at Who's Network. Let me know if you'd like to write or film a Wahoo perspective, and I'm happy to send some more information to you.